All right, so today we're gonna start making a Pac-Man game. It's gonna take a couple of days. Today, Ariana, we're gonna only do part of it. Okay, so today the goal is to make the Pac-Man itself and also create a maze that it walks through. Right, there's always mazes. He's walking through these little channels, and then there's a bunch of things that follow him. Right. So we're gonna be completed. We get it done by the end of this week. Today, let's see how we make the Pac-Man. So let's create a new project, and then let's share it right away, guys, so that you don't have to deal with it later and then you forget. So how do we share it? How do we put it in the studio? We are going to name it properly. So name it. You can name it your name. Let's say Rustam, and then dash Pac-Man. Pac-Man game. You can name it like that. Or you can also add the date. All right. Because if you put Pac-Man name in the assignment name, it's easily you can easily find it later. Now, how do we share it? We're gonna click on share, and we're gonna have an option of adding it to the studio as usual we do, right? Right here. It's gonna show up. So let's click on share, and then you see add to studio. Which studio you're gonna pick, guys? February. Oh no, not February. Where is it? It's gonna be March 4th, and then it's gonna say Pac-Man game. I don't see it on mine for some reason, but you're gonna see it on your computer, guys. So you're gonna name it your first name and Pac-Man. All right. So you just pick the studio that you wanna save it to, and then click on. Yeah, you can share it right away, so you don't have to deal with it next time. Okay. So, how you gonna locate it later? Let's say you wanna get it and open and work on it. You're gonna click on this folder, and on the folder you will see that particular assignment that you saved. It's gonna say Rust and Pacman. I don't see it here. Let me see. Scroll all the way down. All right, Rust and Pacman. Where is it? All right. For some reason, my computer not showing it, but it's gonna be definitely here, guys. Where do you see it? Do you see Rust and Pacman? I think it's this one. Okay. After you guys open it, you're gonna click on see inside, and then it's gonna be the assignment that you lately saved. Now, let me put it Rust and Pacman again. Pacman game. So how do we make the Pacman game? We're gonna make it from scratch. For starters, what we can do is we can delete this cat because we don't need it. All right. And next, we are going to click here. You see this cat, and then pick which one? The paint, because we're making it from scratch, right? So we're gonna click on paint, open it, and now I'm starting to paint the Pac-Man. So what shape is Pac-Man? It's like a, yes. Yeah, it's like a circle, but partially cut out, right? So let's add the circle like this, okay? What would be the ideal, guys? So look, when you guys draw the circle, if you want to make it perfect circle, you know what you can do? You can hold down the shift key and then draw it. If you do that, it's going to make it a perfect circle. You see, you can't make it oval. Just hold down the shift key. Here. And then make sure your Pac-Man is where? Look, you see this little sign, plus sign in the middle? Make sure it overlaps with this circle plus sign. That means it's going to be in the middle of your screen. Otherwise, it's going to give you trouble. So again, look, drag your circle, and then you put it right here. You see this little blue plus sign overlaps with the circle plus sign. So make sure they overlap like that. Can you guys see it? Now, I want to change the color to, what color is Pac-Man? Yellow. So let's go. You can add outline to be black color, outline color. You see the line color of the line. And then you can change the fill color to yellow. There we go. So this is going to be my Pac-Man. The next thing is I want to add another circle. add another circle here, which will represent Pacman's eye. What color should I do it? You can make it black, you can make it red. I want to make it red. Okay. And now we need to we need to draw the mouse, the mouse of the Pacman, right? So how are we gonna do that? We're gonna take this line and then just add it like this. Does it look like Pacman? It is. Now, it is not complete. Next thing is, I want to duplicate this layer because the second one will have the Pacman with open mouth. So let's make a right click here, Caliph, and then duplicate it. So what does duplicate means? Double, copy it, right? Duplicate. So you see I have Pacman number 1 and I have Pacman number 2. Same picture. But on the second one, this is what we want to do, guys. We want to click on this line. So pick the select tool, click on this line, and then just delete it because we don't need it on the second one. So you know which is the magical tool I was talking about? It's this tool, guys. You see this one? So it's called reshape. If you guys click on reshape, all right, you see on the reshape tool, you see these little circles? You know what we call them? We call them anchor points. Meaning, anchor points. Meaning I'm able to move those circles around. So look, if you drag one of the circles, after you choose the reshape, it's gonna reshape like this, you see? I'm kind of can make my what's called Pacman's mouse open like this. Oops, Bobby, careful. Like this. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right. Just do your best. Here. So, here's the thing, guys. Seems like I need an extra anchor point, which I don't, right? So how do we add an anchor point? If you guys double click on the corner like this, it's going to add another anchor point for you. So let's do that. I'm going to undo everything. Okay, undo everything. So let's use that shape again. So I need an anchor point here, guys. So if you double click on the edge, look, 1, 2, you see it adds another anchor point because I need to anchor it. Okay, and then now I can drag it like this. You see, it is more accurate now. So what does anchor mean? What does anchor mean? Anchor means stabilize. Like, don't let it move. Now I'm walking around and checking. So since we have Pacman with open, Pacman with a closed and open mouse, these are costumes, right? Now we want to click on code portion of the program. So you see it says code. You click on code, and then let's start coding now. Now the first thing what you want to do is you want to click on events and then pull this out. Pull this out. It says space when space key press, right? Please change the space to right arrow. After you change the space to right arrow, we're gonna do the same thing we did before. We're gonna click on point in direction, which is right, right? And then along with it, what we also want to do is we're gonna click on looks. So I'm going fast because you already know most of it. And we're gonna pick next costume. Look. Here. Can you guys see it now? So right arrow, which is under event. You see this? You pull this out, you change space to right arrow. Then you add point in direction, which is under motion. And then you add next costume, which is under looks. And you also need to make him move, right? For making him move, we're gonna change steps by move steps by 10 steps, right? So let me move this Pacman to the right and then show you how it works. Look, I'm gonna click on right. So look, You see? The Pacman is moving. All right. I'm going to bring him back because I don't have a button to bring him back. So here, look, again. You see? Pacman is like opening mouse every time. Now, what we want to do next is I'm going to, next step is, since we have the right arrow, I want to duplicate this whole thing. Look, duplicate. So you don't have to do it from scratch. Duplicate it, put it to the left side of the right arrow. Look, I'm going to move this to the right side. I'll put it on the left side. So can you guys tell me why am I arranging it like this? Why I'm putting this on the right? Why I'm putting it to the left? So it'd be easier, yes. So it'd be easier to spot which one is what, right? Now you're going to change this right to the left because this is right, this is left, right? And then you're going to make it point in which direction? To the left direction. And keep the whole thing same. So look, guys. Look, guys, I'm using right and left, Luis. Right, left. You see? Works. So going right, going left. Because it's moving the opposite way. So, as we did for left, we're going to again duplicate this, put it on top. So the top one will represent moving up. So I need to change left arrow to up arrow and also change the point in direction. That's all I'm doing, guys. Just changing this button and then changing point in direction. The rest stays the same. And then again, duplicate this, move it down. So you see, I kind of arrange it like a controller buttons. This is right, left, up, and down. This one make it down arrow, and then change the direction towards north. So this is north, right? So east, west, south, north. Now let's test it out. My Pacman is kind of big, so let's resize it to be not 100%, but let's say 40%. Enter. So you see, it's moving left, right, up, and down. Wow. If you guys don't want it to be backwards, this is what you can do. You can click on direction and pick the middle one. You see middle one here? Oh, yes. And then in that case, it's not going to be go up and facing up and down. So that's why just keep it here. Keep this one. Okay? Yeah. So here, up and down, right. It can be upside down for left. I mean, we can change it. We can change it, but it's gonna take a little effort. So we're gonna change it towards the end. All right. So what you're gonna do next is, guys, so we have the Pacman. Now we need to work on the backdrop. So for changing the backdrop, what you wanna do is, you see the stage here, and then there's a backdrop one. So you wanna click on the backdrop here. You see this mouse? And then you're gonna have backdrop. Now we need to draw it. Oh, my bad. So showing again, guys. So we were on the Pacman, right, Damien, Max? Now we click on here. You see here? Let me see. Hold on. So you see the stage? Right under it says backdrop one. We're gonna click on here. You see here? Click on there, and it's gonna open you the backdrop. Click on backdrops, and then start drawing your puzzle. First, let's change the color of the page to, let's say, let's pick a color. Let's make it, say, blue. Okay, and now we click on this paint, and just like that. Okay, not doing it because it's not gonna change the color of the page. So we need to add a rectangle like this. So here, I'm adding a rectangle. But before you guys add a rectangle, can you make sure this outline there's no outline for your background? So here, for rectangle, I don't need any outlines. So you're gonna make the big rectangle, which represents the background, and then there you go. This is blue. Yeah, correct. So you need to fill the whole screen. Now, let's add puzzles, guys. What kind of puzzles we can do? I'm gonna change. Okay, now I'm gonna change the color to. I'm gonna change the color to, let's say red color, red color, and making the shapes. Look, no outline again. 1, 2. Okay, this rectangles. Make sure you have leave some space at the edge so my Pacman make it through, and then keep adding it, guys. Look. All right, so here. 1, 2. So you see, I'm making puzzles. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1. All right. So the puzzle, you guys can adjust it to be your own way, but I'm trying to keep it simple for the sake of time. So I'm going to make it a little shorter so we have space at the edge. This one move to the left a bit. And again, this one make it shorter because we need space at the edge. Because our Pacman should be able to go through, right? Now, this is your background for now. Now, at this point, the Pacman is kind of big. So let's click on Pacman and make it maybe 20%. It's still big. Let's make it 15%. There we go. No, it's not big. So you see, it can make it through now. You see? All right, here we go. All right. Okay, guys. Now, let's pause it here. Thank you very much. So if you guys have your Pacman and then you added one background puzzle, for now, let's keep it one, but we're going to make a few more. So let's keep it like this for now, okay? Thank you. We're gonna continue tomorrow.